it's today is that day. I'm going to say that today is that day because Reese is dealing with issues on when she's trying to stream. We're dealing with issues. Darnell's just trying to play Destiny. He don't give a shit. He's just like
Darnell's dealing with issues. I'm dealing with issues.
Yeah. Any hoodleeler.
Yeah, brother.
You know what's gonna bring me out of this. You know what's gonna bring me out of this funk right now. You know what's gonna bring me out of it, Ian.
What?
Oh, let me tell you something, brother. Let me tell you something right now. Right.
Yeah.
When you go down into the Throwing Hands episode, and when there's something going on and there's something going wrong, you gotta deep in there, brother. And when you go down there, you gotta find exactly what's gonna bring you to the episode of hardcoreness. That is Throwing Hands, okay? Now, brother, let me tell you something. That made me feel really good.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, let me tell you something. When the elbow drop comes down on you, it's gonna bring down the cheers of 1,000 fans.
You peeked in Discord a bit. There's no way they're gonna hear that.
That's okay.
Let me tell you something, brother. Hey, Slim Jim.
There's nothing that feels better than doing Macho Man Randy Savage.
Oh yeah. Did you think you had a hard day's at work? Well, let me tell you something, brother. Just snap into a Slim Jim and watch this podcast.
When I knock people out, they don't fucking move. Who the fuck is that guy? Oh, don't be scared, homie.
Welcome to Throwing Hands.
You got you're playing touch butt with that dork in the park, the ponytail.
My balls are hot.
Welcome again, everybody, to another episode of Throwing Hands, where we bring you the craziness, the bullshit, and the Octagon control. We bring you pixelated Ian, Darnell from down below, and Joe, the whitest Puerto Rican you know. And we're here, and we're still doing it. We have run into the most incredible amount of technical difficulties today. It's f***ing insane.
All right, let's get to talking about how Krylov was shitting his pants Saturday night and getting the fucking main event canceled and moved to March 11th. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, boys, let's talk some MMA. Oh god, my throat's gonna hurt tomorrow.
Oh yeah, brother, I could use a lozenges. Or a Ricola.
I was gonna say, oh, you know what I could use right now? It's a Ricola, brother. Oh Jesus. Yeah, UFC Nikita Krylov, Ryan Spawn hit a big flop this week, but it was a great card. I can tell you that much. I say that loosely, but it was a great card. I saw the meme that explained it very well. Walking past the screen with like pizza, that's like to hear the announcement like during the main card that the main event is canceled, and you're like, what?
Yeah, it was great.
It was.
You think about it? Do you think that they should have taken those two guys, Munez and Allen, and then like, hey, you guys are now fighting a 5-round fight?
Well, I'll tell you yes, but I'll tell you what I think is.
Fighting.
I think that they should have. What they need to do is for these every fight main event needs a backup fighter. Every fight main event, period. Because they do backups now for the main event. They do backup fighters now. So like
after this,
no, since before this, but it's for like Darnell saying they do it for title fights. They get a backup fighter. Like, for example, the backup fighter for John Jones.
Yeah, but like day of?
No. What do you mean? What do you mean day of? Like, oh, like, yes, day of. So, like, that fighter makes weight and everything the same day as all of them. but he's just a backup fighter. He gets paid too. They're paying these fighters to not fight, essentially. If everybody makes weight and everything,
they're like, hey, we're gonna give you this lump sum or this scooch of money just in case.
Yeah, basically,
because Michael Chandler, when he first got here, he was the backup fighter for Connor and Dustin, the second fight. He was the backup fighter.
Oh, that would have been a way better fight.
Yeah, so that's
if it's a big main event or a title fight, they definitely always have a backup fighter just in case.
So that's what I'm saying. They need to do that for all cards, like all just the main event. You don't have to worry about the other. If another fight on the card goes down, it is what it is. But main event, you need to have a backup fighter because that's crazy. I mean, me and Ian felt that the moment that they were like, yeah, Ryan Spahn and Nikita Krylov aren't fighting. Like, we had this moment of the co-main that ended up being the main event was amazing. But there was a point of us that were being like, you want to watch something else or something? It's funny because Darnell, when the Nikita Krylov made weight, I saw he was the one. He tweeted out or sent a picture out on Facebook that was like, he made weight. He did it. And
no, that was for Ryan, because Ryan he didn't make weight for when he fought Dominic Reyes. He was off by 5 pounds.
Right.
So that's why I was like, oh shit, he actually's taking it serious, I guess now finally.
Right, and then
he missed 5 pounds. It's like, what are you doing, bro?
Which is what made it so fucking funny to be like, okay, well, Nikita Krylov is back there because it was Nikita, right? He was the one who ended up having problems. Yeah. It's so funny that he's the one who was just like, yeah, I can't make it out there. I'm having some struggles.
I still say he was back there shitting.
You always think a fighter's back there shitting, bro.
Hey, bro, it happens. It happens, man.
I mean,
honestly, could be
happens,
anything, but he was back there shitting, and it didn't stop. So he was like, "Hey, yo, we ain't doing this tonight."
I mean, that means he did it to himself.
Yeah, because then you don't want to get the shit kicked out of you, literally. That's just you don't live that down.
Well, especially not on UFC. But he did something, like he ate something that fucked with his whole diet. Like, you shouldn't come off of your diet until after the fights.
Yeah, it's
like
at least fighter. They were able to.
You're dieting to make this weight. You're doing it a specific way for a certain amount of time, and then like you weigh in, you make weight, and then all of a sudden you go and eat like a insert whatever greasy ass hamburger, pizza,
shout out to Habib.
Candy. I forgot that fighter that you told me, Joe.
Yeah,
who ate a bunch of candy.
Chris Lieben.
Yeah, and he fucked up his stomach. Like,
what a
no.
God.
Yeah, exactly. And I guarantee you that's what that guy did. He was like, oh, I made weight. I'm going to have a big ass steak dinner. I'm going to eat all these fucking insert seasoned vegetables, a fucking big ass loaded baked potato. And then it fucked up his stomach because his body was like, yo.
Probably.
So it's not pixelated. Yo, I don't like this. I guarantee you some shit like that happened.
You're probably not wrong. I mean, there's a lot of things that fighters do to fuck up their stomach or their body. Like, it's pretty known nowadays. But honestly, like, it's so I don't want to fully blame it in the sense of like you can do like literally like eat 3 M&Ms and then your body's like, what are you doing?
Yeah. And in a fight like that, like you're the main event for any fucking card in the UFC. Like, why would you do that?
Yeah. All of a sudden, Maya Rudolph is like, child. Something like that. You know what I'm saying? Insert what she would say there because she's the mix of all races, so it's not racist. Darnell, Tatiana Suarez, me and Ian missed that fight. Like, literally, our streams cut and right when it started, and then we came back to Tatiana Suarez, everybody, and then they were like, "Yeah!" We were like, "What happened?" And then literally we were like, "Oh, we're gonna see the replay right here," and then our streams went, and then came back again. That was, by the way, it happened throughout the rest of the night. Like at some points, not during like a single part of another fight just Tatiana, like from beginning to end, it just cut Tatiana Suarez, and I was pissed. I was telling you, and I go, I want to. Darnell was hyped about this bitch. I want to see, and then she ended up getting the submission.
Yep. Just good fucking wrestling. Just absolutely mauling her for a second. And I think Tatiana got taken down at one point, I think. And I was just like, why would you take her down? Like, that's where she lives. That's her home. And you just brought her home. And she fucked you. Like, it was good, though. I didn't think she was going to get the sub at first because it looked like she was going to pop her head out, but then she readjusted and just fucking clamped on her.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I know why Tatiana won. She's a man.
Don't do that. Don't do that to Darnell.
Look at her.
Jesus Christ. And we're not going to talk about Amanda fucking Nunes.
Hey, let's everybody calm down. Let's everybody calm down. Right?
No,
Jody, you have a sour point on that?
No. There's a funny story though. It was like I want to say it was 2020, like right when pandemic happened, and some trans like activist like page on Twitter was like they made like a whole compilation video of like trans athletes and everything, and Amanda was on it, and Amanda had to like quote tweeted like, "Bro, I'm a woman, like a natural born woman," and it was just like, damn, bro, like it was just like that's fucked.
That is fucked.
Funny to me. Yeah, that was the only reason it was funny to me and why I said it. But yeah, that was a fucked up day.
The only other fight I want to bring up is Eric Gonzalez versus Trevor Peak. Trevor Peak being the construction worker, where like Ian called it. Ian was like just like kind of in that moment dialed into like the commentary, and like I wasn't, and he was like. He goes, they're saying this guy like throws cement or some shit like that. This kid's gonna fucking destroy this guy, and all of a sudden you just see him.
Dude was going ham the entire time. Like, no, that's legit. Like, you work construction, you're lifting heavy shit all day, and you go train. Yeah, that's what this guy does, and it shows.
Oh yeah,
because anyone else in his like bubble of fighters at his level, if they threw fucking hands like that and like took that like takedown defense, clenching, all of that for 5 minutes, the next round they're gassed. Especially for like only 8 fights, or well, was it 8 fights and 1 no contest, 9 fights in the UFC? Yeah, you're not really prepared for that. I mean, you would have to be training constantly. You would have to have money behind you. You wouldn't be like, oh yeah, and he works construction on the daily. There's no fucking way.
Yeah, I remember this fight only because the ref was fucking ass.
Yeah.
Trevor knocked the shit out of Eric like way earlier in the fight, and I was like, oh, this fight is done, and I kind of looked away from it. And then I see them still fighting. I was like, what the fuck's going on? And then he did it again. Like, dude dropped, head down, arms by the side, like just looked like he was already knocked out. And the ref still didn't call it. Yeah. And then he got an unnecessary shovel punch that just shouldn't have happened. And I was like, what the fuck is this ref doing?
That was one of those ones where Ian was like, he was doing the classic call. Like Ian does this thing like where he just shouts out and respectfully shouts out in the middle of a fight, call it. It'll startle somebody.
Especially when somebody's getting fucking murdered.
Yeah. I agree.
Shouts out Trevor Peak.
The real GOAT on the card, Jordan Levitt, coming out to grind on me on national television.
Yeah,
and then getting his first knockout. Like, holy shit. Like, him talking
we were talking about your tweets.
Is hilarious, bro. Because I think I was playing Destiny, and I'm like, I had like one earphone off, and I was like, do I hear a grind on me right now? And I look at my fucking monitor, I was like, what the fuck? Like, Dana allowed this to happen? Because Dana approves like all the like walkout songs.
Well, no, they have to have copyright for it. Like, so they have to do it to where they're not going to get sued and or charged more.
So technically, Dana doesn't do anything with that. The company, like I said, Dana has nothing to do with the songs. The company, like the whatever.
Oh yeah, that's
overall. Like
I say Dana,
other
but
people,
like,
yeah, they
Yeah.
approve it or not approve it, and it's just honestly, approval wise, you could put in, what's it called, surfacing by Slipknot. As long as they can get the like the money approval for it, they'll put it in. They don't give a fuck.
as long
That's all
as they
care
can pay
about.
them the smallest amount possible,
100%.
then yeah.
If you're big dog top fighter like Junior Dos Santos coming out to Rocky, like they'll pay out buku dollars
That's
for
not-
your song.
What fighters come out to the Beatles?
Right. Talk about like
None of them.
think about like Ronda Rousey coming out to what was it? God, what was that? Ronda Rousey had the iconic song. What was she had that punk girl song. That Shrek
Oh,
song.
okay.
Oh, that's not even close. That's easy for them.
Yeah, I can't think of a song off the top of my head that they've paid for besides what you're saying. Like that's
Well, they pay for all of them.
what. Well, yes, but
But it was just so random to like that
have
is not a
grind
fight
on
song.
me. Yeah. Well, you know what though?
Yeah.
You know what though? To our point though, I think that's extremely like Pretty Ricky was like, oh yeah, I don't know, like $1,500. What are you thinking? And they were like, yeah, $1,500 sounds good. Like I don't think they paid him. That's an underestimate, but like I don't
Oh,
think
no,
they
they're
paid him
free.
a stupid. Pretty Ricky, yeah, I know they're.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm
Well, they didn't
very
pay him, they
familiar
paid-
with
they
Pretty
paid his
Ricky.
record. Yeah, they paid his record company, and his record company was like, "Here's $500 for your trouble."
I don't think they. Are you looking up how much they paid him right now, or what?
No. I was pulling up the card
No,
that's
of
for
course not.
Saturday.
This guy.
And
You're jumping ahead.
I'm sorry, I was preparing to be ahead so I could like actually have it up before we started talking about it, and I'm not scrambling.
Okay.
But yeah, we'll talk about it when we get to it.
Okay. Because we're talking this Pretty Ricky shit, and it's like,
Yeah.
it's funny because when I said it, I said it out loud, and I'll say it right here. I go, I was so mad when that guy walked out. We're different people, and that's fine. I go, when he walked out, I go, is this motherfucker walking out to fucking grind on me by Pretty Ricky right now? Like, it's a UFC fight, and I was like, this guy's gonna get knocked out. So 2 things: 1, egg on my face. Clearly, I was wrong. 2, like I said out loud, I was like, I go. This is before he got knocked out. I go, Darnell has the worst takes consistently. Like, what is he talking about? This man came out to grind on me. He's the best, and then he knocked out. And I was sold. I was like, damn. And then he knocked him out. Pretty good fight. That's a really good fight. That's a good knockout. And then he called everybody degenerates for being drunk. And me and Ian had beers in our hands, and we were like, who the fuck you think you are?
You ever been to a fucking football
Who the
game?
fuck you talking to like
What?
that?
Of course I'm trash. Not trash. Of course I'm drunk by 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
What do you mean? You're in the prelims.
Who are you? Who's you?
Yeah.
Who's you?
I didn't listen to the commentary, like I guess the post interview. There we go. I didn't listen to the post interview. I was just still more in shock that like that was his first knockout. Like as a fighter, like he's never knocked
This
anyone
is-
out. It's always
That's his
subs
first
and-
knockout, and he's talking shit like
Ever?
that. Okay.
And
Yeah,
he's in
that's
the
his first ever.
UFC. That was his
Yeah.
first fight in the UFC.
No, that wasn't his first fight. He's been in the UFC
Jordan
for a couple, I
Levant?
think he's been in since like 2021.
yeah.
I want to say. I would say like the only time his name only gets brought up because he does
2022.
I guess feminine shit. I want to say, and he like everyone thought he was gay,
Oh,
and then when he fought Patty last year, and Patty was like, "I'm gonna teabag you," and he's like, "No, you're not." And then Patty choked him out, and then teabagged him right after.
This is
But
his
they were
third
boys
fight
after.
in the UFC.
Oh, that's right. Jordan Levant did fight this guy. Okay.
Either way, I like him. He's hilarious. I'll
He's
keep
an
following
okay
what
guy.
he's doing.
All right, guys. Let's talk next week. The card that everybody's been waiting for. The card that we've been talking about. Cyril Gone.
You didn't hear that
John
whistle.
Jones. Nope, not at all. Didn't hear that one either. Cyril Gone, John Jones. Boy, the heavyweight title fight of the year. I mean,
It's gonna be the most popular fight for a while.
oh,
Let's get real here.
I've been
Nah, bro,
listening.
we still got a pretty crazy card. 2 weeks after that one. The Kamaru and Leon Edwards. And there's
286.
a bunch of other fights on that one too.
That's gonna be dope.
Jones recently just tweeted out that he watched his fight back with Thiago Santos, which was also a close fight, and in my opinion, and he's saying that in his opinion, Thiago Santos is a much more sound technical striker and kickboxer compared
see
to
that.
Gon, and that he thinks that's his biggest test when it comes to that. So he thinks that Gon's going to be no problem.
So he thinks Gon's gonna be just power, less skill, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah, because everybody at heavyweight is fat compared to him.
Well,
Like
And
that's
he
why he
thinks-
can move around so fucking easily against everybody.
so what he's more specifically saying is that he thinks that when it comes to a kickboxing stance, that people were saying that Gon's going to be his biggest test, but he's already been tested by Thiago Santos, is what he's saying. And I'm like, I don't know, man. Gon's a whole different power level, and he's a great kickboxer, and he's
But
pretty
has
good
he
on the
fought-
ground.
Has he fought someone with 2 blown out knees that happened in the first and second round though, and fought all into the 5th and acted like nothing was wrong?
You know what?
Has he done that yet?
I just
No.
watched. I just watched.
Gon's fucking way. He's gonna be way more than Thiago. Are you fucking kidding me?
I'm. By the way, before I say what I'm gonna say, I'm sensing a money's bet between the team right now. But let me just say right now, like Gon, dude, Gon, when he like his ability to box up some of these dudes, like Taito Ivasa and shit like that, and of course but his ability, it shows. You know what I'm saying? It shows against the obvious. John Jones is a man who will come out and beat you at your game. I just watched John Jones' first fight in the UFC on Facebook, and I mean, he comes out, and whoever this guy, it was like a jiu-jitsu practitioner. It was like I'm pretty sure the guy was a black belt, but who would know? And Jones took
Andre Guzmão,
yes, and he took him down.
2008.
He Greco-Roman threw this man down on the ground and just continued to dominate him in the ground game. It was very impressive. I don't think that Cyril Gane understands quite possibly what he's dealing with. He's dealing.
Francis laying on you was bad. You're about to see somebody who actually wrestles.
Mm,
It's gonna fuck you
mhm.
on national television. Well,
'Cause Granted, Cyril Gane, he stands a puncher's chance, and I'll give him that. But at the end of the day,
Oh yeah.
if he rocks John Jones at all or hurts him at all, John Jones will very easily, I think John's with the most confidence that any of us have ever had, will go in and just take him down at will. You know what I mean? But
Maybe not at will, but like he's got a way better chance of like just shooting for like a double leg or a single leg and taking Cyril down more than I would say anyone in the
Yeah.
heavyweight division.
besides Francis or Stipe.
And even
there's so much to talk about this fight, and Ian knows recently, like, I found I can talk about John Jones all day because I have it's a heart in a
there's
rock
just
place.
so much to talk about,
Yeah.
good and bad.
I mean, our last episode is essentially all that, but that's what got us banned. Not that specifically, but
John Jones got us banned. Hashtag it's okay, John Jones.
Hey, watch out! YouTube gets rid of our channel. We're just rebranding. We're not SuperSour anymore. Just so you know. But Darnell, I thought you'd agree with me on this one. Honestly, if you can't get hyped about the John Jones fight, if you're not already hyped enough, like I was watching today, if you're not hyped enough about the John Jones fight, right now, take the time, go watch Valentina Shevchenko head kick knockout against Jessica Ai, and then get hype for Valentina Shevchenko versus Alexa Grasso, because this is going to be a female banger.
I just want to see Mexico have a second champion.
Bro,
So-
get the, what?
I love Valentina, but that's the thing. Valentina's gotten to that level of being so good where we really didn't want to see John fight anymore when he was champ, because it was like he's gonna fucking win. We didn't want to see Anderson Silva fight for a long time because we are like, he's gonna fucking win. And then Chris Weidman was like, quit playing, bitch. Where's my money? And knocked his ass out. Ronda Rousey, damn near same thing. Her fights was just so short. It's like, why are we paying for this? Who else has been boring?
How dare you?
Basically, if you're
boring for finishing opponents. How dare you?
no. I'm just saying, like in general, like she's just that high up where it's just like, who's gonna stop her? Like, who's gonna do
I
it?
get what you're saying, but again, it was the same way how Ronda Rousey fell.
Yeah.
They were like, who's gonna stop her? Holly Holmes.
Ronda got she got the whole.
Yeah, she tried to be not the grappler. She tried to not submit somebody.
Yeah, which was
and got fucking murdered. What do you mean?
Shit she could have done. All because did she mush her in her face or something like at the last weigh-in? Like she mushed her in her face, and Ronda got like super pissed. And then that's when the game plan went out of the window. Like it was just gone.
I thought it was the opposite. I thought Ronda like got in her face where they were like,
yeah, and I think and then Holly was just like, bitch, the fuck. And then Ronda was like, fuck that, you're not a preacher's daughter. And it's like, what, because she defended herself and you tried to intimidate her? Go fuck yourself. And then she got head kicked into hell the next night. So who cares? Now she's fake wrestling with a script and she still can't take a loss. So I don't give a fuck about Ronda. Get the fuck out of here.
You're gone. Yeah, what a heartbreak that is.
Yeah, it was fucked up though.
Jeff Neal versus Shavkat. Well,
I just want to know. I like Jeff Neal.
Guys, Cody Garbrandt's coming back tomorrow or Saturday.
That's what I was looking at earlier, because I was like, why the fuck is he on prelims? Fuck this Bo Nickel kid. Put him on prelims.
Cody,
guys,
really?
Guys, and here's the thing.
Because he's a name.
Here's the thing. Cody, and to quote one of my favorite things that Darnell like says, which is like it's just like a famous thing to say in MMA. He's on borrowed Chen time, but he's been on borrowed Chen time. Like this guy,
Cody.
Yes, this guy.
Did you see that 3-loss skid where it was nothing but knockouts? 2 from TJ and then from Pedro. Pedro literally threw like tomahawk missiles at his jawline, bro. And they just kept trading, and you could tell Cody's chin gave out like the second one in, because he went like this, got clipped, and just 360 basically onto the floor. And I was just like, you gotta stop fighting like that.
Yeah. This guy, he has a build that makes me go, Trevin Jones makes me go like, he makes me think like this guy has such a build that he's gonna absolutely overpower Cody. But Cody, as always, stands not a puncher's chance, but a striker's chance, because he can definitely outstrike almost anybody in the bantamweight division. But he's got the weakest chin in the bantamweight division. That's the problem.
I mean, he rode a hype train basically up until 2017.
Yeah, and I even still think he got that title shot a little too early, and it was only because of the whole
100%
storyline.
Yeah.
So like, I still gave him a little shit for that. I mean, he still made Dom look like a fucking fool that night.
Oh
that
yeah,
he won. That shit was bad.
Dude, when he's saluting and shit, I think that's TJ, but I don't know. Dude, when he would mock people, when he was at his top of his game, when he was doing salutes and like dances and stuff, when he was like KOing people and shit, I'm like, that's insane. It was so cool. I don't care how disrespectful anybody thought it was. It was the coolest shit.
It's like showboating in fucking the NFL.
It's like showboating
Don't
in like
showboat.
pool, you know? It's like showboating in like lacrosse. I don't know.
And golf.
Bring it. That's all I'm saying. Do it.
He also had a lot of canceled fucking fights.
Yeah, because if it was like the past 2 years, he had COVID like real fucking bad.
Yeah.
Because he had it, didn't know
Pussy.
it, was training through it, and then it would just got progressively worse,
Fuck.
and it kept getting worse.
Pussy.
In the meanwhile, Trevin Jones, if he loses this fight, that nigga's out of the UFC. He's on a 3-fight fucking skid right now.
Man, back at it again. If not, reel it all in. If not 6 months later, maybe with Derek. Was it Dricus Duplessis? Versus Derek Brunson. Unfortunately, Derek Brunson decided I'm gonna take a fight. Who's this Duplessis guy? That's how Derek Brunson said it. He's like, who's this Duplessis guy?
This French asshole.
Who's Duplessis? Who's that guy? I want to fight him. I'm like, oh boy, Derek Brunson. Unfortunately, you don't understand. You didn't. Derek Brunson took the fight, and now he's watching tape, and he's like, son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. Darnell, do you think
This guy looks mean.
to making bad decisions?
you think Derek Brunson stands a chance?
If he wrestles him, yeah.
Wrestles him. That's how Duplessis won his last fight.
Yeah, but they were both gassed as fuck.
Well, what does that say? I mean, if he's, fresher.
Wait. His last fight was against fucking. What's that failure of a fighter's name? What's his name? I love the man.
His last fight?
Darren fucking Till. That was his last fight. And
How
like, bro, what the
dare
fuck
you,
doing?
sir?
Bro, that nigga pissing me the
Are you
fuck
talking
off
about
for the past couple years.
Derek's last fight?
No. Duplessis.
That's his last fight was against Darren Till, and it was like, Darren, what the fuck are you doing, bro? Like, you've been out for like almost 2 fucking years, and you ain't. Like, the hell you doing, bro?
Derek Brunson.
Fucking fight.
Derek Brunson definitely stands a striker's chance against him, but so yeah, he was trying to down that last fight, and I'm like, no way, Darren Till's a big win, and Darren Till but Darren Till's a striker just like Derek Brunson, so. If it's any,
so it's gonna be the same fucking thing.
Does he? Does he, bud? Does he have
Darren has a
jiu-jitsu?
black belt, but he just doesn't fucking use it because he wants to knock
Derek
people out.
Brunson. I thought you were saying you're not.
Oh no. Derek can wrestle. That's my point. If he can wrestle him and just keep him down, yeah, he's gonna win.
You know what? And unfortunately, I hate to say this as a guy who I love jiu-jitsu and everything. If there's one thing that a grappler fears, a jiu-jitsu guy fears, it's somebody who wrestles. Because fucking that toughness is something else. Jiu-jitsu has cardio, but wrestling has toughness.
See, that's the issue. Because I found like so many people who are like, the announcers like, he's got a black belt in jiu-jitsu, but he never uses any of it. It's because you got a black belt because you can get that black belt for training for 5+ years. But if you never use it and you don't know how to use it properly, then what's the point? I mean, yeah, it helps, but in the actual situation, and you're not using it or using it properly.
The same way with what's his name? Justin Gaethje. Fucking great wrestler, doesn't use it. Because he just wants to stand and bang.
Chuck Liddell, great wrestler, doesn't use it.
Great wrestler, but was like, oh, I can knock people out. Let me do that for the next 10 years, and then continue to get fucking clobbered or wrestle fucked because I became an old man.
Yep.
And also, I can't use these supplements anymore that made me feel so much better. That's old style, coming up UFC stuff to nowadays.
Yeah, modern day stuff.
Yeah, that's way different because there was so many more supplements that they could take when Chuck Liddell was fighting than they can now, to where they're like, nope, you can't do that.
100%.
Because
now
it produces
fighters are much better too.
I personally wouldn't insinuate
they're
that
more technical
around Chuck Liddell, but yeah, for sure. You guys, Darnell, you might like this story. Did you hear about Greg Hardy's switching off a little bit from the UFC?
Bare knuckle.
His bare knuckle debut, and Greg Hardy said, "You know what? I'm tired of this UFC bullshit. I'm going over to bare knuckle boxing. Let's go, baby." Fucking starched.
What's crazy is that he had a boxing match before, like a couple months
He
ago.
played for the Panthers. Fuck him.
And then
Greg Hardy?
Yeah,
Shut the
he was
fuck
an
up. He played
NFL
for the
player.
Panthers?
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah, but why he's not in the NFL is because of the domestic violence case. And that's why it was a problem when Dana brought him into the UFC, because they were like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And he's like, "No, it's
No,
fine."
he throws hands. And then he was like,
Yeah.
"Oh fuck, he played for the Panthers. No wonder he beat up a woman.
Damn.
Can't beat up any man. He can't
Right.
beat up a man the same size as him."
But yeah,
Wow.
it's time for him to not fight, because if you're getting saved from boxing gloves.
Yeah.
But bare knuckle, it wasn't like a knockout where like his limbs like turned into fucking wet noodles. Like he stiffened up and was a board
Yeah, he got
when he hit the
starched.
ground. Yeah, it was
Yep.
bad.
That being said, you're bringing up the punches from like a comparison to bare knuckle and boxing gloves. Like this weekend.
Oh my god! Wait! Breaking fucking news! Oh, hold on. This can't be fucking real.
It may be.
Fuck.
John Jones just got murdered.
No. Fuck. Where is it? Darren Till got released from the UFC.
No.
Oh shit! 2 hours ago.
No.
Oh my god! I talked that shit and he was already out of the room, bro. Jesus. Yeah, Darren Till no longer in the UFC. Get fucked, mate. Go to Bellator. Something, bro.
Damn.
Something.
All that shit
Because I
talk with.
still want to see you fight, but bro, you just fell the fuck off. And I'm gonna see why. Well, because I just looked at the thing and it's pretty
Yeah,
bad.
he hasn't won a fight since 2019.
Yeah, and that was against fucking Kelvin, which was debatable. And it was split decision at that. So yeah, Tyron took his soul. Jorge took the rest of it. He barely won against Kelvin. Decision. Oh, he got choked out by Derek. Oh my god. That's a fucking shame.
Yeah. He really was on a downfall.
Jesus Christ, bro.
Well, this weekend was a big, like such a big weekend for many different things. The Weeknd put out his concert on HBO. The UFC had a card, and on top of all that, Jake Paul fought Tommy Fury and lost to Tommy Fury respectfully. Now let's talk about it, because this is the first time we're going to be having some negative talk about Jake Paul.
The first time?
Talking about-
I'm looking back. I don't have nothing.
A fighting,
positive to
maybe
say
like
about
actual like combat wise, but like, so here's the thing. I'll bring up a couple things and then you guys can go off however way you want. I saw the Tyson Fury interview where he discussed that he lost $100,000 because he bet for the knockout, but also he thought that him and the interviewer, whoever it was, I believe it was Ariel, I'm not too sure, but whoever it was, believed that Jake was extremely good and way better than they thought at boxing. And
second one, he was better than they thought.
yes, exactly.
I'll give him that.
And on top of that, the I would say that the script that he's getting put out or whatever, I'm like, that's whatever that is, that's bullshit. Who gives a fuck about that? And
Same thing could be said for fucking NFL.
Right. Exactly. And then
the NBA.
Thirdly, I didn't like that Jake was making the excuse at the end, considering that the videos that they have of him talking shit in the beginning. But overall,
and he starts the sentence with no excuses, but
yep. Exactly. And like overall, in my opinion of the fight, my take on the fight, me and Nina watched it round one as much as we could because of the streams. From round one to the end, he went to the decision with a fucking professional boxer. Sorry he didn't go against Mayweather like Logan. It's kind of why Logan has more clout than him, honestly. I mean, if people want to think that Jake's better than Logan when it comes to whatever they do, that's the example right there. Logan fought Mayweather
They need to
while...
box each other.
Yeah. No, they're never going to do that.
They should.
They're never going to. That's like asking the Diaz brothers to fight each other. They're never going to do that.
They should. But it's
Be
their
funny.
moral
But
compass.
overall, I thought that Jake did great. All I cared about
Oh
was
yeah,
that...
you did fantastic.
All I cared about was that Jake went the distance at the most with him, and he did. You know, I thought that he rocked him a couple times. That was very obvious. I think Jake's skills compared to Tommy were debatable.
Well, that's the whole thing. Like the whole thing was more or less debatable, but what I focus on is the fact that like he kept up with Tommy. Tommy. It was an even fight as far as like, if you're gonna compare skills, regardless of how long they've boxed or whatever. No, it was comparable. Like, yeah, you got a newer guy, but he's got, scooch more talent, and then you got the guy who's been doing it for a lot longer, so he's got more fucking training behind him. It's that back and forth. Jake, he had maybe the fucking third round and the sixth or seventh where he might have landed more blows. Like as far as points and all that, like that's as far as I could give him, because the rest of the time he was getting tapped up. And like, yes, Tyson Fury did wrap up a whole bunch.
Yeah, the wrap-ups were insane. Yeah, from both sides too, and they were. I don't know. They gave the points that were taken. The ref was. I agree. Somebody at some point said that the ref,
wild. Points being taken.
The ref was not the right ref for the fight. Overall.
One of the announcers said that.
It was online too. I've seen a bunch of things on Twitter after the fight where they're like, "This ref, he's fighting for himself. Like he's not even."
Yeah, he wanted to see his
He's
own
not.
fight. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of factors, but in the end, Tommy did definitely take it, and I feel as if it wasn't a split decision. I think it was more Tommy took it.
Yeah. Yeah. Overall,
For
like,
sure.
as much as I love Jake and Logan, like Tommy really fucking schooled him. He really took him to town.
I like him more now because they actually like showed somewhat of a skill as far as like
but
defending and all that. But like when you see the significant strikes thrown overall and all of that, I'm like, Tommy takes it by fucking, like it should not have been a split decision.
But this is what I'm saying, like, where, I don't care where anybody wants to disagree with me on. This is where it's starting to escalate. Logan already did it once with Mayweather, which is the biggest form of promotional boxing that there is. But Logan is also doing it on an amateur style. So you have to think that, like, I don't know if they're doing this purposely or not, and I don't give a fuck. Like, they are enhancing boxing from the highest level with Mayweather, from the lowest level, and I don't mean that in a negative way at all, with Tommy, which is Tyson Fury's brother, and they are escalating it to a popularity. That's his brother. They said
Wow.
they said it. I thought the same thing. I was like, oh, that's his brother. That's his son, because he's got a bunch of kids though, Tyson Fury, and I seen his little kids when he fucking works out. And I was curious, and then they were like, and this is Tommy Fury's brother, Tyson Fury. And I was like, oh shit, that's his brother? That's interesting. But yeah, that's why they make the fucking thing so interesting with Logan and Jake, because they're brothers, and then Tyson and Tommy apparently are brothers. The levels that they're increasing of the popularity of like high level boxing to low level boxing.
Oh yeah. Well, I wouldn't say like levels of boxing, but they are definitely bringing boxing more into the light now, for sure.
Yeah.
Which,
that's what I'm saying.
Yes, it's a great thing for boxing, but it's also a bad thing because if they leave, then it's going to go back it's gonna swoop back down to where boxing, there people are gonna be like, if you have that niche for it, then you're gonna watch it. If not, then it's not gonna be that big of a deal.
Yeah.
It's a double-edged sword, and they're writing right down the middle of it right now. Because you realize when they're gone, boxing is gonna be nothing.
Let's do some internet videos.
Funny internet videos.
Woo. All right, Ian. Bring up
All right,
those fight videos. Let's talk about it.
Outdated phone down.
It's just that iPhone 13. Kill yourself.
Fucking
Kill
old as
yourself.
shit,
Kill
bro.
yourself.
How many cameras you got, bro? You ain't got that many. Fuck out
You
my
don't even
face.
take pictures. The fuck? What I need all that for?
But you don't take pictures either.
Yeah, but you bought it.
Yeah, because my 11 was shitting itself. So I was like, oh fuck, I guess I have to get a new phone now.
All right, guys, it's time for the video portion of Throwing Hands, where we bring you some street fights and or fights in general that need to be broken down by the general public, and we tell you whether they should have gotten into this or not, or as we call it, fuck around and find out, or not fuck around and find out.
Fuck around and
But
find
of
out.
course, in these videos, there's a lot of violence that goes down, but there's not, because we like to let you know, Ian.
YouTube, they're all right. We talked to all these people. We followed up. They're all right.
They're okay. Everybody's
They're
okay.
okay.
in these videos.
YouTube, they're okay.
And our first video for our street fight is a great video to basically, when I saw this video, I knew we needed to cover it because it reminds me of me and Ian in a fight whilst either Darnell or Reese, because as everybody knows, in Throwing Hands, Darnell deals with me and Ian, and in SuperSour, Reese deals with me and Ian. So it's a very great representation of what an argument may or may not entail between us. Ian, if you
It's
would.
always on the cusp. But their power levels are so low, like they can't fuck with it. So
100%.
we'll go ahead. Yeah.
Can I explain something? In a real fight,
I will fuck
in a
you
real
up.
no,
I
in a
will
real.
fuck you
Can
up.
I explain? In
I
a
will
real
fuck
fight,
you
up. I
you
will.
would beat me, but in
You
this
wouldn't
small
even.
atmosphere,
No.
I break your jaw.
You touch
I
me,
break your nose.
I break your jaw.
Listen, my
I break your
hands are
nose.
stronger than
I would
yours.
cave your skull in.
I'm the guy with the glasses.
Bam, bam.
Bam!
Oh,
No.
the man with the
Because
fake
you
name.
pieced me
Show
up.
his
Give me
face.
that time, bitch. Oh,
Now we're gonna go.
you can't box. Stop it.
Hit 'em up. 2 months. 3 months. Dave, you gotta do something, Dave. 3 months each. 4.
Tap, bitch.
Hit 'em up.
Tap, bitch.
Like, he doesn't even look real.
5.
See, the issue with Joe's argument is the older guy, he doesn't have any ground game.
I counted 6 months.
Yeah, that man's an old-fashioned boxer.
I mean, you got him in a good.
Oh, yeah.
For each hit.
Oh, good. He had me good. Couldn't break out of that.
I do fucking love his suit, though.
Oh,
I'll say
100%.
that.
I love all their suits.
Fucking red tie, little
I love you.
whatever you call it. Pocket chief.
This is 100% me and Ian drunk. Like, you can't.
No, it's not. We don't
Yes,
talk
it
for
is.
like months after.
No, after we. Dude, if we physically altercate, 100% this is us.
Well, no, one of us is going to the hospital.
The only time. Please stop this.
It's YouTube, yeah, or Facebook.
The,
Why is this here?
The only.
Why is it white?
It's all good. The only time like that me and Ian, when we physically altercated, that he wasn't happy with me is that me and him got into an altercation one time, and I had said to him multiple times. I said, because at the time I wasn't very like. I felt very versed in fighting, but like not as much as I do now, for sure. You know, and at the time Ian was at. Like he was in he went through combat, like not combat.
Ugh.
He went.
I was overseas just fucking throwing hands with all these goddamn Arabs. You know, fucking shouts out 2008.
He was he was in competitive jiu-jitsu at the time, like the classes, and I was not. And like we got into a scruff at the house that we were living at, and I just decided to I said to him, I said, if you come at me, I'm gonna jimmy tap you. I'm going to, period. And that was my only resort. He was
gonna hit me in the privates.
Yeah, and I did it twice. The first time I did it, Ian was so blown away. He was like, "There's no way he's gonna do it again." And I did it twice in a row, and yeah, that was, you know. So I get it, you know. Well, let's see this. Our next fight, what would you call it? This is definitely in UK, 100%.
This is definitely a northern European country.
You can
And
tell by the housing, that bright ass yellow jacket up there, because
it's just a couple of boys who have each other's backs. That's what I say.
This would have been me and Joe if we got into an altercation. Oh, well,
If we were working at, if we were in the same
would've
truck at
been-
the same time, yeah.
it would have been. Yeah, it definitely would have been us, but I would have been the guy throwing hands
Yes.
almost immediately.
Let's see it.
What can you do?
And so, like, scooch of context before this comes up, because this is going to be a little bit of driving. In Europe, there's a lot of, like, one-way roads or, like, yielding roads. This guy's coming up the right way. Said other guy coming up the opposite way is in the wrong, but he doesn't move. And that's grounds for throwing hands.
Wow.
He said number one. That means like
But I would say, are they
something, I don't
competitors?
no, it's like it's a European thing. Because he was first on the road. I don't know.
Get out, brother. Get out. Get out with me.
They were they both knew what to do. Get
They're
out.
both like, get out. We're throwing hands. And honestly, it would have been better if they both fucking fought, like company versus company. And this older guy he shed his shit and he was like, we're throwing hands right now. Boom.
Smart,
Oof.
by the way. Always shed your shit. If you work for a company and you want to go for a fight, always shed your shit.
Take off anything that
Tarps off.
says your company's name.
Yep.
But he's getting beat the fuck up. He gets pretty fucking slapped at the beginning.
A lot of big dirty boxing in this. Oof.
Big overhand. The guy holds him.
I love the UK for this. They got one guy who says, break him up. He's doing the ref thing.
You don't find that in America.
No.
This camera guy just fucked it.
Oh yeah.
Jesus
Well, it's
Christ,
like
bro.
that's
Yeah,
all
he
fight
whiffed on
videos.
that.
He also
But you
didn't
know,
put his phone into
To
portrait
Ian's
mode.
point, 100%. Right here, a lot of guys in the U.S. they'll either go for the takedown or some guy will fucking, you know, complain from the outside. Oof, good boxing.
Too
This
little.
is straight UK boxing right here.
Hey!
One of them's biting. They just said no biting.
Hitting the Mike Tyson on it.
The greatest
yeah.
part about this is no one calls the cops.
Oh
How it
yeah,
always should be.
yeah, 100%.
Like that should just be it's in Texas and like one other state where mutual combat to where
Mutual,
if you
yeah.
both agree to fight, then nobody can get sued, nobody can get like whatever. But in Europe, they're just like, yeah, no, they both agreed to fight and it's fine.
They never
Oh
they
my
never
gosh.
improved their laws from like the medieval times, so it's just
It's back and
free
forth.
reign everywhere. What is this camera person doing, bro? I want to fight him.
Yeah, right. It's always with the camera, with these fight videos. You always want to fight the camera guy, you know. in the
Because
end.
it's like the whole point of recording is the fight, and you're going off to like the side of the road.
Yeah,
and
they're
shit.
like, oh, look at that
Get
cloud,
man-
you know.
What are you doing, man?
Ooh, good short.
That
I mean,
one
good
looks like
short
hurt.
hooks. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, he
Yeah.
But the
he
guy with
comes
the
through at
shirt
the
off?
end.
Yeah.
It's like,
Hey,
This
oh,
reminds
hell
me-
yeah.
This
He
reminds
gave
me
up.
of
I'm
Ian, by
outta
the way.
here.
Ian's got he's got that
He's
fighter
like,
mentality of like, I won.
I'm like, yeah, you hit me like 38 times, but I rocked you 4 times, and now you're running away. Fuck out of here.
Oh, we starting another one? Oh, okay.
He doesn't want another Tilly. He doesn't want another.
Yeah.
He's the champ.
Shit.
He's
You
the
don't want
champion
fucking
electrician.
Donnybrook, bud.
All right. Now, let me say this real quick. I fucking love a good fucking Tilly. I love a good dog. I love a good goddamn Donnybrook. I love
Goddamn good Donnybrook.
I love me a goddamn hockey fight. I love hockey. Hockey is a goddamn good sport, and hockey fights is second best to MMA fights. It's so goddamn good. It's so much fun. And the best part about hockey fights, Darnell, if you don't watch enough hockey, you ought to. It's the best part when they get riled up. Ian, please.
Please what?
Could you play the fight?
Oh yeah.
Fucking better get that number 4. That's fucking 3 knees. Third one. What happened? It was a knee, exactly.
It's coming through too loud. It's good.
No, you're good.
Stretched out. I don't know these hockey
If
terms.
you don't want to call it, then we're going to have to deal with it a different way. That's what's going to happen.
Go ahead and pause it.
Well, then please do, because I don't want to have to.
Shit.
So what he's telling him is that basic. It sounds basic bitch shit, but he's just telling him like, you're gonna stretch out these fucking rules with this guy. I'm gonna fight him. I'm gonna tell you right
He's
now.
saying he said you're either gonna call it or I'm gonna fucking deal with it my way, which is fighting.
Yeah, when he says stretched out, that's what he means. He just means he's giving him leeway on it, and it's not cool. Go ahead.
All right, there we go.
Fucking cool it, buddy.
You better be fucking cool, buddy.
One more fucking knee, buddy. One more fucking knee and you're fucking done, buddy.
And you're done.
Talk to you. Not bad, man. You? Nah, not too bad. You better tell that kid to cool it, though, or he's going to get his face broken. Number 4.
Number 4.
You're a fucking goof.
Here it goes. They start with short jabs and short hooks.
Immediately sheds fucking gloves. Someone's helmet comes off.
Oh yeah, they drop down and they want to stop it, but the refs can't even. There we go. Yeah, that fight's I love hockey fights. Hockey fight, bro. By the way, you know Letterkenny or the fucking Valentine's Day episodes of hockeyfights.com. That's all I need to start your day. That's on Facebook, and I do follow them, and that's where I got that. Shouts out hockeyfights.com. Hockeyfights.com. That's all you need to start your day. Fucking get over yourself. I think we have one more, don't we? Don't we have one more video?
No, it's just those 3. Unless it's Nick Diaz getting his fucking
Okay, guys. Okay.
chiropractor stuff done.
Okay. Well, then we're done there, bud. We're all set
fuck,
up.
bud.
Well, it's for the best, you know. It's 9:43. We know we had a lot of delays. We've been talking for about a couple hours now, and you know I appreciate you guys for hanging out and sorting yourselves out with us. And I hope you appreciates what we do, and hope you appreciates that we're trying to make it works for you. And you know, God knows that we're trying
Still
to
looking for that Donnybrook bread.
Yeah.
Bread.
If you guys are looking for a fucking Tilly, I'll fucking give it to you right fucking now. I'll tell you that fucking much right now, bud. But
I'll
if
find
you
about anyone.
whether you're not so looking for it, you just come over here and follow the channel. Go ahead and subscribe, you know, and give it a share and give it all that good stuff. And we'll be here on next week on the next Throwing Hands, you know. Guys, you want to say anything to the fans while we leave?
I just say next one's gonna be wild,
Next one's gonna be better.
but You can follow us all at Twitch TV, twitch.tv/SuperSour Games, God damn it. Twitch TV.com/McLeodmatic and whatever the fuck that guy's name is. Blanks.
Twitch.tv/SnuggyBlanks _.
Yep, there we go.
And we appreciate you guys for hanging out with us and hoping to pump it up. Don't forget, we want to be the next MMA podcast, Casual Hardcore, that you listen to that ends up on Barstool Sports. Get us there. We're going to be your guys. And we'll hope to see you next time. Keep throwing hands.
Well, keep throwing hands.
And feet.
And feet. Heck it. Leon Edwards.
My balls was hot.